Okay, so the left-hand one was your before swing, shall we say. You can see now we talk about that sort of capital Y sort of setup with your arms sort of in the club in the middle, club sort of centre-ish of your body, both arms either side of that club, creating that lowercase Y. And you can see your right arm sort of hangs comfortably, but your left arm kind of looks tucked into your torso. Doesn't look very comfortable. It can't function as well. And the grip, as we can see now, that left hand is weakest, the finger down the shaft there. I mean, if we draw a line up through the club shaft there,
all going through my finger.
Everything's on that left-hand side there, okay? We want this left wrist to be basically on top of that yellow line, okay? So we look at this one here now. Feet together. Club shaft in a straight line to your left shoulder, so elbow, hands all in line. And then you can see you tilt your shoulders. That's one thing you got better at. The shoulder comes forwards there. So the shoulder comes this way towards the camera, So you turn your body around, that's there you go. And then set up with a foot. Weren't quite sure they did it again. There you go, that your distance from the ball is a bit wrong. So hands have gone back a little bit there, because you were thinking about your feet now. So your hands have gone back, but I think in this one we do remind you to put the hands forward. There, you see. So your hands now are getting forward. We're getting in that lowercase Y. And again, it looks a little bit different. And it doesn't... I mean, when you stood there the first time, it's weird. When you look at it, it doesn't look that different. If you watch golf on TV, if you compare those two setups to anyone on TV, you'll see that's much more what the tall players are doing there, as opposed to a sort of skewiff little arm tucked in your arm here. Now, in terms of the swing, as you went back, your backswing wasn't too bad, to be fair. You went back okay, good churn at the shoulders. As you came through,
feet don't move at all.
Nothing really moved at all. Now, from a sort of health perspective, your shoulders have gone through 90 plus degrees. Your hips are going through 50 or 60. Your knees aren't moving, your right foot's staying flat. So somewhere between the top of your spine, down through your hips, down through your leg into your ankle, some joint or body part's going to go, oh, that's a bit of a stretch. Because you're just resisting something on the way down. Now, a lot of that comes from people start saying, keep your head down and not moving your body. Your body's going to move. It has to move. Or you want it to move, certainly, okay? So the practice that we talked about there with that kind of bump is when you're doing this sort of movement at home, start off in this sort of position. You bump this left hip forwards, and then you pivot round that front foot. So sort of a little bit of lateral shift and then rotate. And if you look at this movement here now, up to the top of the backswing still good. See your left hip now, bumping a little bit, could have bumped a little bit more, okay? But back into impact. And now look at your follow through, The foot's starting to move, the club's going round your head. So your shoulders now and your hip are a bit more in line, rather than sort of the shoulder kind of coming round on your back. Just from a health perspective, this is why I always say to a lot of people, I mean, when we're sort of young and fit and healthy, it's not a problem. If you're going to start playing a lot more golf, and there you go, you might go away on a golfing trip with your mates, and you might play a game of golf once every day for 6 days. Trip to Portugal or whatever it may be, who knows, or down south to Cornwall somewhere in the sunshine. If you're playing 4 or 5 games in a row, after 2 games of golf doing that swing on the left-hand side, your back's going to be in agony. And your finger will have hurt anyway with that grip you had before. So you get to day 3 and go, boys, I just have to sit by the pool now today because I can't move, And we don't want to get to that stage. If we can get to a situation where your back is nice and healthy, you're rotating through, you're creating speed through a better movement, So your body rotating is giving you that speed of the swing.
So much easier.
And again, you saw the shot. I mean, the golf ball's going further. I mean, the 2 or 3 dots at the top there, so the 112 and the 110 you had, just a much further hit. The ball is going right to left now because of the setup changes. So now we're not going to start fearing the big old slice to the right. We can start moving the body more efficiently. And I think if you can practice at home on a doormat, so you put your doormat on the floor there now, without a ball, and just practice striking the ground as you're looking down at where the ball would be, left of that golf ball. So if I'm looking down from this side, it'd be kind of left of the ball. We hit the ball where the ball would be, and then the mat. So we're learning to sort of hit a sort of an angle into the golf ball there that's the correct angle for it, and not trying to pick the ball off the top or scoop underneath it. Do that, and then at home, I say twice a day while brushing your teeth, just practice that hip movement to the point where it just becomes natural. Eventually your knees would come together, you see. If I do this movement here now properly, I bump to my left, turn round, the knees are together.
So the left, like lead foot stays.
It stays on the ground. I mean, it can roll a little bit, that's fine. If you watch like Jordan Spieth's got quite a big one, okay. A lot of people sort of keep it a little bit flat. It depends on the range of motion in your ankle, I guess. But we want to be keeping this left side stable. What we don't want to do is go, I've done it, because that's what we did with the first time. With a club on your foot, because you wouldn't then allow your foot to do that. It doesn't need to be there once you realise we're trying to fix that point, and you just pivot around that left foot. And once you do that, all your weight now is going to be on your left foot more. Your contact is going to be more ball and then the turf, or in this case ball and the mat. and then that rotation through to your follow through creates more speed, more distance, less slice, less tops. Make sense?
Yeah.
Happy days, good.